Hello, hello, hello. I'm pretty excited about this one. We're going to talk about how to use Zoom for a speaking gig. And at this point, we all know how to use Zoom. Hopefully, you know how to use Zoom. But I want to give you a few tips on how to make your Zoom presentation not feel like just a regular everyday Zoom meeting. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So for those of you who are joining, I am Phylecia Jones. I am the host of Travel the World as a Speaker, because we are going to talk about leveraging speaking so that you can travel the world. And one of the things that I have absolutely loved about this the virtual nature of everything, is that this is a great jumping off spot for those of you who are wanting to do a lot of speaking, to get your name out there, to be relevant, because not only will you be able to get a speaking gig where you are traveling, but if you can nail down this virtual while you are on the road, you can also still do a virtual gig. I mean, so it's like 2 gigs in one. I mean, seriously. So that's why I have been loving virtual. I know a lot of people aren't huge fans, but I absolutely love it. So we're going to talk about using Zoom for your presentation. And I'm just going to give you a few tips, just a few tips to make your presentation stand out even better when you are on your Zoom, when you are doing a presentation. The other thing is, what else we're going to do? You know what? I'm going to give you a little bit of travel story. I got to think of one, because I'm just never prepared. That's the thing. Now, I'm coming to you live here on Instagram and on YouTube. And for those of you who are looking for speaking opportunities, oh my gosh, this show is brought to you by iFind You Close. It is the anniversary month of iFind You Close. 2 years going strong. Yay! I don't know how to do like sparkles or anything, but 2 years going. It has been a fun journey, I have to say. It's been a fun journey. What we do, we help people find speaking opportunities. We deliver them every week. Today is Tuesday, so we delivered a fresh crop of speaking opportunities yesterday. They are fresh, like fresh. I don't know what that means, but they are absolutely fresh. So you should go check them out at ifindyouclose.com. For those of you on Instagram, just go check the link in the bio. There's a bio around there somewhere, so go just check it. So you can go. I forget what do we post? Quite a few women events focused on women. They're looking for experts around entrepreneurship, business, wellness, AI. I'm forgetting all of them. I actually research a lot of events every week. Sometimes I'm pretty good at remembering them. Sometimes I don't remember them, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot. Because when you log in, you'll get access to over 200 events. And that's not even including the other ones that never even make the cut. So go check us out at ifindyouclose.com. All right, travel story. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about traveling is just being able to go somewhere new. And when I discovered that I could use this speaking thing to help me go to a whole bunch of new places, I was just in. So I do a lot of travel outside of speaking, but I have done road trips across the United States just to go to a speaking gig, which turns into its own 3-week adventure. I've done that to go to Maine, to go to Austin. Absolutely love it, because I'm an RV owner. I have traveled to Canada twice. I actually did a road trip to Canada for 3 speaking gigs, but camped at the same time on the way back in national parks, Banff and Glacier National Park. Drove through some beautiful parts of the United States and Canada. It was amazing. I've been there. I've also flown into the other side of Canada, the Quebec side. So that was amazing. I've been to the UK twice. I was supposed to go again last year, but I've been to the UK twice to speak. But I've been so many places in the United States. Florida, California. I can't even remember. Atlanta. I can't even remember. Of course, Colorado. I've been to Texas to speak. Just some really cool places. Chicago, Connecticut. Okay, now it's like coming back to me. But that's just this. When I discovered that this was something that I can do, I can still travel. I can also market my business, and I can also make money as a speaker. I was like, okay, I'm all in. And it's been a really cool ride. But I also love this virtual, because even when I have gone on some of these trips for other speaking gigs, I have been able to take my equipment with me in order to do a virtual presentation, and it has worked out like amazingly. So with that, we're going to talk about using Zoom. So if you have not used Zoom before, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been the last year. But for those of you who are here on YouTube, I've gone to the Zoom page, and this is where Zoom, and they say a million reasons to celebrate a Zoom phone. So we got all of these different things. So Zoom, it has been it. I think we have gotten to that point now where Zoom means video. So the word, I forget what's the thing when a word turns into the thing you do. So it's not Google, we Google. So now we Zoom. So I'm pretty sure Zoom absolutely loves that we have taken their concept and have made it work. I have been using Zoom for way more than last year. I've been using Zoom a lot. I've also used old school Google Hangout and all those different things. But there's a couple of things that I want to talk about when it comes to using Zoom for a presentation. So this is not going to be about how to set up Zoom, how to do Zoom, but I want to make sure that when you are doing your next Zoom presentation through Zoom, there are a couple of things that you really can think about to make it better. The first thing that I will say is your sound. Make sure you understand how to have amazing sound. I know a lot of people don't like to use earbuds or earphones when they are doing their presentations, but sometimes the entire world can tell that you are kind of using your open microphone. So I will say the biggest thing that you need to do when you're doing your next Zoom presentation is to work on your sound. And I know our laptops have done an amazing job of being able to use the sound there, but I highly recommend using headphones, or you can do what I'm doing, which I have a microphone right here. So that might be one of the best things that you could do, because remember, people are there to hear you speak. And if your sound sucks, it's just not ever going to go, it's not going to come across very well. The second thing is when you are doing a Zoom presentation, now it's a little old school, but it's the best thing that'll happen. I want you to stop using Wi-Fi and go Ethernet. Like plug in old school. Now we have converters, we have boxes that can make that happen, and or get closer to your Wi-Fi connection. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because and we've all been there, when your Zoom connection says that you got a bad connection, you start freezing and you're like, you hear the voice going and everybody's frozen and you're like, okay, so what do we do? And one of the things that you can do, now it's not going to always be perfect, but one of the things you can do is make sure you are close to your Wi-Fi signal in your home. Get a Wi-Fi booster, because you need as much bandwidth as you can get so that your presentation goes smoothly. The other thing that you could do is do an Ethernet. Now, when I come down here and do my presentations on my laptop, I am plugged directly into the Ethernet cable to get internet. I've decided not to do Wi-Fi. Now, on my cell phone here on Instagram, I am on Wi-Fi, so that's why it's always kind of but it's like I haven't had many issues when I'm plugged in when I'm down here in the basement. When I'm upstairs, I'm on Wi-Fi, and I'm very far. Our Wi-Fi connection is like sitting right here next to me. Oh no, the modem actually is upstairs, and so I actually have really poor Wi-Fi when I'm down here. So that's why I'm always surprised that my cell phone is working. So that's just something to think about. And also, make sure you get a good camera. Now, I'm actually going to post on the YouTube here. So there's going to be a little thing that pops up here whenever I redo this. That'll lead you to my video on the different cameras. Having an amazing camera makes a huge difference. And I know that we all are using our laptop cameras, and everybody's looking up our nose. How about we raise the camera so it can look right here? You see me even on the cell phone. We want to make sure we start raising the camera up, and you know what, give yourself the best possible version of yourself on camera, because I know we keep looking at ourselves, so you might as well get the filtered version. And that's the cool thing about Zoom. It does have some of these things where you could do the filtered versions. It's like the fix my face feature, or face smoothing. Is that what they call it in Zoom? Face smoothing. You could do that. Now the problem is, if you do all of your presentations in Zoom and you have to go outside of Zoom, you may like shock yourself, like, oh, I don't know what I look like unfiltered. So just kind of remember all of that when you're doing it. So and I don't think there's anything else when it comes to your presentation. One thing I will say, if you can afford it, I would say get a separate monitor. It actually helps to have your monitor with your presentation on it. So if you have to share the screen or go back and forth, it is seamless instead of, okay, let me find my, and we've all been there. Let me find my click. Okay. And you just hear the buttons clicking, click, click, click. And you could tell somebody has too many tabs open. So in order to kind of get away from that, I would definitely say make sure you, if you can, purchase another monitor. One of the things that I have done is I've cheated. I actually have an old television that is an HDMI television. And so I have a USB-C to HDMI converter. So my laptop only, it doesn't, I have one USB connection and I have a USB-C. So it's a USB-C to HDMI converter, and I plug my laptop into this old television. When I say it's old, it's kind of crappy, but you know, it does its job. I also have another monitor that is like a portable monitor as well. But if you have an old like 15-inch television that used to be in a bedroom, use that so that you can have your presentation on another screen, and it'll just make life easier so that you don't have to go and try to keep finding things. So these are just a few tips that I want to give you on using how to use Zoom for a speaking gig. And all of it, at this point, you all know how to use Zoom. Make sure you know how to log in, connect, and do all the things that you need to do. But what I'm seeing lately is that we're still not presenting ourselves the best way we can when we are on Zoom, from everything from having good sound, having good lighting, like right here, have better lighting. Sound and lighting are going to be your two best ones. And if you can get a camera, please upgrade your camera. It's going to make a difference. And the last tip that I want to give you, I'm actually going to stand up. One of the last tips I'm going to give you, hopefully if you have space in your home to do this, or if you can raise your laptop up on some boxes or something, or have a automatic rising desk, whatever works. But next time you do your presentation, stand up. Stand up. That way you can feel as if you are giving a presentation, so you can use your body, you can use your hands, and you can let people know I'm talking directly to you, but I'm still here on camera doing this presentation. So that's one of the things I would highly recommend, is to stand up when you're doing your next presentation. I hate to say I'm not looking the sexiest today. I've been working, y'all. I've been working. So that's all I have for you. Now, of course, if you have any other questions, be sure to slide right here in the comments here on Instagram or here on YouTube. I will make sure an answer appears. And next time you do your Zoom presentation, just remember a few of these tips. And if you don't do anything, just stand up and have amazing sound. So that's all I have for you. Go check us out at iFindUclothes.com if you are looking for more speaking opportunities so that you can travel the world, so we can get you out there and double down on virtual, because I absolutely love it. So take care of yourself, and I will see you tomorrow.